Hey everyone, Alex here, back with another video. Something a little unique today. We're doing a headlight restoration on these 20-year-old Honda CR-V headlights. They're pretty hammered, so we're going to go ahead and hit it with a variety of sandpaper. So we have 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500 grit right there, bit of a combo. And then we're also going to hit it with the EB210 with a EdgeGuard blueberry pad and see if we can save these bad boys for increased safety and visibility. So not a lot of talking in here. We're just going to let the results do the talking for us. All right, stay tuned. All right, so here I have an IK Mini 360 and I'm just applying a rinseless wash at 256:1 to the headlight. Now, a lot of people will just use water, which is fine. I'd probably use distilled in this case. And then we're gonna hit it with the 1000 grit sandpaper. Now, I'm starting with the most aggressive just because that's what I have in the kit. And I knew the headlights were pretty darn bad, so I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna start with the heaviest stuff first. A lot of people will actually apply painter's tape or some kind of protection on the bumper, fender, or hood. In this case, I didn't want to do that. I mean, this car is obviously 20 years old. It's daily driven. It's pretty hammered. As you can see, the PPF on the actual hood is quite disintegrated. So I just went ahead and did a up and down, side to side motion with the sandpaper. And this isn't so much a technique thing. It's more of just getting adequate coverage on the light. And you don't want to actually miss any spots. So as you can see, we're applying it. There's a lot of kind of brown gross liquid coming off, and the slurry, if you will, is actually what's being the oxidation from the headlight that's being removed. So a pretty neat process. All right, so this step is completely optional, but to maintain a clean working area, I'm just using a 12x12 rip and rag from the rag company to remove the slurry just so I can get an idea of what I'm working with. There's an overall haze on the headlight, which is good. That means that you're actually abrading the surface. I'm applying more of the rinseless wash here just to add some lubrication, and I moved up to the 1500 grit sandpaper. Now, if you're not familiar with the wet sandpaper, or any sandpaper for that matter, the higher the number, the finer it is. So it feels pretty smooth, but there's still some abrasion on there. So again, I'm going in an up and down kind of crosshatch pattern on the headlight. So I'm going to be working my way up. Could you have started with the 3000 grit sandpaper? Absolutely. I just kind of bought a quick kit, and as you can see, the sheets, I actually ripped them in half because I didn't need to use all of it. And as you can tell a little bit later on, I did use that half sheet for the entire headlight. So you don't need to kind of waste the material. It was more than enough, and it was a little bit more control. Some people like to use gloves. I wasn't using gloves in this case. I felt fairly comfortable. And again, it was removing quite a bit of oxidation. Even with the first hit with the 1000 grit, there was a lot of slurry coming off, and there's even more with the 1500. All right, so the 1500 process is completed. I have wiped down the headlight again, as you can see here. Again, the haze is fairly universal. Now I'm applying a little bit more rinseless wash, again, just to keep that lubrication going, just to have something for the sandpaper to glide on. Similar to cleaning your car, you want adequate lubrication. So now moving up to the 2000 grit, which is even finer. So again, we've started 1000, 1500, and then 2000. So the haze isn't nearly as much, so it is kind of polishing it, if you will, with the wet sandpaper. The slurry is a little bit clear. It's kind of like a milky versus kind of that brownish yellowy color. So we are making some progress, but again, we are removing the factory finish, or whatever's left of it, on the headlight itself. Now, you are going to want to protect that, so we'll be talking about that a little bit later on, so stay tuned. So now we're applying even more rinseless wash, and we're hitting it with the 2500 grit sandpaper. Now, some people like to go in 1000 increments, so 1000, 2000, 3000. Again, this is just the kit that I bought. It was affordable, and I think the whole kit for all the sandpaper was like $8. So materials are pretty low. That's $8 Canadian, so only probably $5 or $6 US. So as you can see, the slurry is almost clear at this point, and the headlight is very, very clear-ish. It's a lot more bright. It's a lot clearer because that yellow, the brown slurry is going away. So again, the 2500 step is optional. If you wanted to jump from 2000 to 3000, you can absolutely do that. Just pick your poison. Dealer's choice. All right, so the sanding did quite a bit. Now we have a nice even haze here. A little bit of dampness still. We're just gonna go ahead and hit it with a variety of pads and polishes and see what we end up with. So we do have the blueberry pad, the EdgeGuard on the EB210, and we have H9.01. I like to call those rocks in a bottle. All right, so as you can see here, we are hitting it with the polisher, the fun step. This is where you really start to see the results. And again, as I mentioned before, a lot of people like to tape the bumper, the fender, the hood, just to protect it. I was being pretty darn careful. I wasn't overly concerned. So with the EdgeGuard, the nice thing is that when you get close to the edge, it's actually gonna kind of roll on itself. It's not gonna have the backing plate hit any of the painted surfaces. So you're in good hands. And again, the surface was a tiny bit damp. H9.01 and this pad, all that's going to do is, might dilute the product a tiny bit, but not very much. Now you're thinking, Alex, H9.01 is pretty solid stuff. It's pretty strong. It's abrasive. As I mentioned, it is like rocks in a bottle. I am just removing all those sanding marks because remember, we're not at the finishing step yet. This is just to kind of clean it up. We are going to be hitting it with a little something else, so you're going to have to stay tuned to see that. And just like that, that's the finished result with H9.01. Still looking pretty darn clear, if I will say so myself. We're wiping it down with the rip and rag. Now, I don't need to use any fancy towels for this. We're still just removing polish. It's fine at the end of the day. Use whatever towel you like. I'd say that looks pretty darn good. So now we're going to hit it with some M3.01 and a maroon pad. Whoa. All right. Don't drive with jacked up headlights, folks. Don't do it. Okay, so the final polishing step, we have a maroon EdgeGuard pad and the M3.02 from Koch Chemie. And the M3.02 is such a great liquid to use for minor scratches, which this case is because the H9.01 did the heavy lifting. So again, you want to have some experience with different kinds of compounds. One size doesn't always fit all. And the nice thing now is that so many liquids are so pad dependent and so many pads work with so many different liquids. And you can yield great results with no matter what you do. The maroon pad is very good. So again, just kind of hitting it in a cross section, cross hatch pattern, if you will. And again, this is just to have even coverage on the light itself. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to knock this out and wipe it down with another rip and rag from the rag company. And my goodness, that looks pretty darn good. All right, so there we have it. A real quick demo on how to restore some headlights with some varying sandpapers, bit of a machine polishing, and a couple wipe downs. So the only thing I don't have or with me is a ceramic coating or any kind of PPF, which I am going to do later on. This is a family member's vehicle, so I have access to it anytime. So we're going to go ahead and put something on in the next couple of days. But wow, the reason why you want to do that is because you're taking off the original factory, what was left, right? So yeah, definitely a huge improvement. They're going to be able to see nice and safe at night, and really looking forward to that. So drop a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe if that's what you're into, and we'll see you in the next video.